My name is Newbegin, and I'm a wilderness perfumer. We go to the mountains, we harvest plants, we put places in bottles. I started Juniper Ridge about 15 years ago at the Berkeley Farmers Market. People are always asking me, like, how do you become a wilderness perfumer? And I say, you crawl around in the dirt and you smell things. Like, that's how you get there.
My name is Rabins. I own a business called ForageSF and also Forage Kitchen. ForageSF does underground dinners around wild foraged foods. So we take wild foraged ingredients, seaweeds, wild fish, lots of wild greens. Then we put them into our dinners.
Foraging is beautiful. Like, I grew up in a world where anything that came from the wild was potentially poisonous. The wilds were sort of this like dangerous place where you wouldn't touch, wouldn't eat, wouldn't do anything with. And that's the beautiful thing for me that comes out of foraging, is getting people to interact with nature.
Like, it's interesting that foraging is so interesting right now. People think it's like this new, really fun thing, but the reality is, like, we were hunters and gatherers. This is like the oldest thing you can possibly imagine. And the fact that people are really interested in it is because, like, we've become so separated from our food, from kind of nature generally, and people are just trying to, like, reconnect with that.
250 years ago at the House of Guerlain in France, there was a formulator who discovered the civet ingredient that's in a lot of high-end French perfumes. Civet is wild cat shit. How do you find out that wild cat shit is a perfume ingredient? You crawl around in the bushes and you smell cat shit. That's the only way to do it. Now when people think of perfume, they think of white lab coats and people going like this, but I go to perfume school my whole life and no one's gonna teach me how to make perfume that smells like Mount Hood in the fall when those oak catkins come out and the air is sweet. You get that by going out hiking and being out on the trail and just smelling the air and being like, okay, what's making it smell like this? So by being traditional, we've kind of gone out there and become mavericks in our little realm.
What's exciting to me about what we do is that education, is showing people kind of like that this stuff is out there. We'll take people out on classes, take them mushroom foraging, and they have this experience that is like so visceral for them and so unique.
Right? They never forget that.
It's like you just discover it. It's like I had that moment where I just discovered that the stuff that I saw in nature actually was edible.
Yeah.
This was such an exciting thing, and it really does change their relationship with their environment, with nature.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And they find that kind of through us, which is great because we get to do it then for work.
Yeah. Cheers to that.
That was very impressive.